Oh man, I'm having too much fun right here.
What's up everyone, Daniel Watros here, and you are on another episode of Cooking With, where I teach my guests how to cook their favorite passion foods with a twist. Cooking with me today is my friend, Johnny Kim. Hey, what's up, Johnny?
Hey, what's going
Thanks
on,
for
bro?
joining my show.
Yeah,
How you doing?
I'm doing good. I'm
Yeah?
so excited to be here today right now.
I'm excited too. Are you ready to cook?
Yeah, let's do this.
What are we making today?
You told me that we're gonna be making a Philly cheesesteak, right?
Yeah, that's what we're making. Are you ready to get started?
Let's do this.
I'm sure when you've been to Philly and they do the cheesesteaks, you see them grill the onions in front of you. I've been there too, and that's really cool how they do that. But I wanted to change it up a little bit and caramelize the onions. I got 2 white onions here that I'm gonna slice up, and we're gonna throw them in the pan with some brown sugar, oil, and butter. First off, I'm actually gonna throw the butter, 1 tablespoon of butter,
Oh man.
and 1 tablespoon of olive oil.
Does it have to be butter now, or does margarine work?
Margarine? Yeah, that could work too.
Oh, look at that.
Yeah.
Look at that flow.
I'm gonna leave it off the heat just for now while we cut the onions, and I'll throw it all together here in a sec.
Oh man, look at that flow right
So-
there, brother.
Oh yeah.
Oh, woo.
Looking good, looking good. All right, so, so this is how I do my chopped onions. Cut both ends off, and then I'm gonna slice it down the middle, just like that. And then I'm gonna peel.
Oh, don't throw those away. I put those in my compost pile, man.
Tell me about your passion for recycling.
My recycling. So I'm particularly interested in like throwing food into compost piles because I found that like we throw away about thousands of pounds of food every year. And I kind of thought to myself, if I throw this in a ravine where it's really dry, the water's not flowing, like that could aid in vegetation growth
Okay.
in those areas. And I also realized, when these kinds of things end up in the landfill, it just gets mixed in probably with the chemicals, and it doesn't really do much for the environment. But by me compost piling it in areas around my home, it's really good for the environment.
Okay. Awesome. So we'll get a compost bowl here going.
I'm surprised this is the first time you've heard about me compost.
No, this isn't the first time, but I didn't think about it ahead of time. So now we'll get this going.
And I also think it's pretty cool, just to see the decay sometimes.
Yeah.
It's just pretty chill sometimes, just to see the decay.
So now I'm gonna slice these lengthwise.
How do you determine the length of what to slice? Like, what's kind of a good rule of thumb? Like, what makes you slice it instead of like dicing?
So when you caramelize onions, it breaks them down. If you dice them ahead of time, it's gonna break them down too much and be really watery and gooey, and you don't want that. So I still want to do them thin, but having them as slices.
Do you want to have some big slices too? Because I like the taste of onion too, to be honest.
Right, you'll still get the taste of onion, but if I do them in different sizes, they're not gonna cook evenly.
Okay.
So I'm gonna dice them all about the same size.
Good
Yeah,
point.
it'll be easier that way.
Oh, look at that. I like those cutting sounds for real. It's like,
now we'll go.
it's almost like a calming, pristine sound out there in nature.
Onion chopping is pristine.
Like especially when you're like sliding it instead of just chopping it.
Yeah. I'll have you do this next onion. You can just start mixing them there.
Oh, look at it. It's just taking a bathe. So I'm gonna kind of do it like a tempo.
Yes, and be careful. Here, let me show you. If you can, don't keep your fingers. Yeah. If you can, don't keep your fingers out like this because you could slice it off. So technically you want to have your knuckles out like this.
Okay.
And this way, when you have your hand like this, it also holds the onion. So it's easier to grip and put more leverage on the onion.
Good stuff. I got it from here.
All right, go for it. It takes practice though. I've done it for a while. All right, so once you finish that batch up, we'll throw them in here. We're gonna coat them with the oil and the butter, and then to start the caramelization, we're gonna throw brown sugar in there.
Brown sugar especially sounds good because brown sugar tends to be more natural than the white sugar.
Yeah, that's one way to look at it. So we got all our onions in there.
They're becoming yellow.
They will, yeah. Even more. They'll be like a darker yellow eventually. We're gonna throw a tablespoon of brown sugar in to get the caramelization started.
Okay.
Just like that. You wanna go ahead and mix it around?
Oh man, this is gonna get my this is gonna get my Hawaiian side just flaming in because like we have everything sweet there, you know, pineapples.
Yeah. Well, that's what I want to do. I want to bring out all your cultures in one dish.
Oh man.
So we're going to keep the temp at 6 or so, medium high, and we'll adjust if needed. So Johnny, now
Yes,
we
sir.
are going to make a garlic aioli to spread on the bread.
Okay.
First off, I'm going to mince some garlic. Let's do 3 cloves.
Okay.
And I'll show you a little trick on an easier way to mince garlic. We'll throw 4 in there. And the way I mince it is first to get this outer skin off, I smash it with my knife, the flat side. That. So this way, I can just peel it right off. You want to grab me your compost bowl there? All right. So we got our 4 cloves of garlic here. To start off, when I mince, I just run through each one time like this.
Oh whoa! Look at that.
And then I bring them all together and get this action going.
That's like a good. I mean, I've never suffered with anger for years and years now, but that's like anger management therapy
yeah.
right there.
If you're having a bad day and you want to let your anger out, just mince some garlic, right? Why not?
So talking about like, or I don't know, like, or I think another cool thing for that matter too would be like putting a bunch of grapes in like a trash can and then just stepping on them
Okay, I like that idea too.
so that you can make wine off of that. Stir, 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 and bake. Shake, 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 and bake.
I'm gonna throw the garlic we just minced up in the bowl.
Is a mortar and pestle also a good tool for mincing garlic sometimes?
Yes, yes, I don't have one, but that is a great tool to mince garlic.
Yeah, because I would look at how the Chumash Indians would like be mashing corn that way, and I'm like, wow, maybe that thing could work on this thing too.
Yeah, it can for a lot of different things. And this is how my Italian aunt, showed me how to get the most juice out of your lemon. Shout out Auntie D. First off, place the lemon down, and you're just gonna take both hands and roll it and squeeze it, and this gets all the juices out.
Oh, whoa, look at it. You're like almost kneading it.
Oh yeah, I'm like kneading the lemon, like bread. All right, just like that. So it's mushy. And then boom. When I put the juice in the bowl here, I do it the flat side up because I don't want the seeds to fall in.
Okay.
See the seeds here, you don't want those falling in. So I'll just squeeze like that. You wanna squeeze this one?
So, okay. Oh, oh. You're mine, buddy. I love lemons a lot. I drink them with iced tea all the time. Like I drink like 3 or 4 cups every hour, sometimes at work.
So Johnny, how does making food like we are today, how does that change your view on cooking as a whole?
For me, it's about the love that you have for the person who is eating the food.
Yeah.
That really makes it what makes it that great.
Yeah.
You know, so you can go to a restaurant and sure you can get good food, but but deep down inside, you know that like, you know that at some places maybe the line cook isn't even trying, or maybe he's making such good food because the chef has put in a good system and he's a good cook, but at the end of the day, you still got to face the fact that he doesn't care about you, probably, especially more than other people. I don't even think about the quality of food. I'm like, hey man, you can cook dog food for me and I'll take that over a restaurant.
Wow.
So
That's a bold statement right there.
you're cooking for me and I'm like, so that makes me appreciate it way more.
Yeah, and I appreciate cooking for individuals and people that I know and love. It's difficult, like you said, I've been in restaurant jobs for a while now, and it's just not the same connection when you're cooking for someone you don't know. This I love because it's not a job. I can do it for fun and also have people like you on and teach you how to cook your favorite food. We got the lemon and the garlic in here. Now I'm gonna add at least 1/3 cup of mayo.
Is it mayo basically olive oil? Or something like olive oil is...
Yeah, it's a mixture of egg and olive oil and a few other things.
Oh wow, so can you make your own mayo at home?
Yes. All right, so I'm gonna mix this up.
Oh man, look at you. You're just performing surgery. This is like the Mayo Clinic of cooking.
So we threw in about 1/2 cup of the mayo. And now
I love it.
the final touches. I'm gonna throw about a teaspoon of oregano.
Oh wow.
More like 2 teaspoons. That'll be okay though. And then I'll do some black pepper. And I got some salt here. You know what I'm doing right now, Johnny?
What?
You seen this meme before? I'm not doing it right. Never mind. Disregard that, guys. Just put in salt normally. So I mixed everything together here. And I'm gonna taste it for flavoring. That's good. Strong, but very good. So the garlic aioli is done now. I'm gonna wrap it and throw it in the fridge for about 20 minutes.
Okay. Yeah, I'll wrap it for you.
right, thank
You want
you.
to take care of the onions?
Yeah, I'll work on mixing those again.
You know, sometimes I wonder what it would be like to be an onion. Of course, I might not be conscious of it, but like, you know, rich people get to eat me, and all I get to do is like lie on a freaking field and tan all day.
I have 2 green peppers here that we're gonna chop. I'll show you how I do that. I start with the end here.
Okay.
Chop that off, both ends. And then that allows me to pull out this part here, stuff that you don't want. Push all that out, like that. Then the rest, I will slice out. So I'll chop it in half, and I'll get in here. Careful, and just slice it off like that. I'll do the same with this green pepper. This one's easier. It's more symmetrical. All right, you want to try?
Yeah.
Go for it. Well, hold on. You're not gonna get them like that. Hold your knife so you can let the knife do the work.
Okay.
Yeah. Yeah, there you go. All right, we got all those. Now we're gonna get another pan out. Now I'm gonna do the mushrooms and peppers on this in this pan. I like 6 again. Put a little bit of olive oil in. Once that gets heated up, we'll throw the mushrooms in, and then those will be ready. Yeah, you just, here, I'll show you how to swirl it around. Just like that, it coats the pan. Have you ever used a cast iron pan before?
I have
Okay, we're gonna cook
a
the...
skillet cast iron.
Yeah, we're gonna cook the meat in that. Voila! Cast iron skillet. So I'll do that to keep it at 5. Got our onions cooking here. They're almost done, honestly. They're looking really good. You smell that?
Yep.
Smell the sweetness coming from the caramelization?
Yep.
I'm gonna throw these peppers in there.
It's a beautiful day in the kitchen. Oh, it's a beautiful day in the kitchen. Would you be mine? Would you be mine?
One thing I actually want to do before I start cooking the meat is sear the bread a little bit so you get that crunch, and then when we put the aioli on it, it won't make the bread soggy.
Okay.
We'll grab our French rolls here.
Ooh, French rolls.
Yeah. I'm gonna go ahead and throw the mushrooms in. This will be good for now, just 8 ounces to go with the 2 green peppers. And these will cook down. So
Shrooms.
there you go. See how this bread is searing?
Man, you almost
Look at
got-
that.
Oh, wow.
Nice and crunchy. Oh yeah. So we'll set that there. That will be yours. This is Steaky's sirloin Philly beef steaks. You can throw them on frozen and they cook in like 2 to 3 minutes. Put everything together and you have a sandwich. You getting excited?
Yeah.
Me too. This is all coming together. Do you want 2 pieces or one? You want 2 pieces for a sandwich, right? Me too. Look at that.
It almost looks like a Kobe beef, you know?
Yeah, it's cheap Kobe beef, if anything.
Like the marble.
Yeah, it's marbled. I'm searing the beef here in the cast iron skillet, searing on both sides for 1 minute to 2 minutes each. And then once it breaks down enough, I can break it up like this and cook it all the way through. So as this is starting to finish up, I'm gonna give you the honor, Johnny, of spreading the aioli on our bread. What I want you to do is just to spread some on both sides of the bread, just a thin layer. There you go. Yeah, just like that. Perfect. Start with the beef. Well, obviously we had the bread and the sauce, and then comes the beef. But instead of putting the beef and all the other elements on separate, I do it all together. We got your beef here, just about done. You want to add everything on before it's almost done so it doesn't overcook.
We're good.
We got our mushrooms and peppers here. I'll throw those on next. And then come the onions. Look at that. Oh, that's beautiful. All right, and then the final touch after the onions is the cheese. So I got some provolone here. You like provolone?
Yeah.
That's usually what you put on a...
Double cheese.
Double cheese, yep. When you were in Philly, have you had different types of Philly cheesesteaks before?
Too many to name.
Yeah? What's been your favorite style?
Just regular.
Yeah, like is there, do you like getting provolone on there, or is there another cheese you like?
I love cheese.
All right, so we got 2 slices of cheese, and that will bind it all together. You want to hand me your plate, and I'll try to throw all this on there. All right, Johnny, we got our Philly cheesesteaks here. Mm-hmm. What are your final thoughts from our cooking experience?
Oh, I love it a lot. Love it.
What was your favorite part of what we did today?
You know, especially all the little bitty details that we put into it, such as caramelizing the onions the right amount of time, putting that in the right amount of time, and just getting down to the detail of it.
Yeah, that's really what makes this so great. Are you ready to dig in?
Yeah.
All right, let's eat. Okay. What do you think?
I love it. Rich in taste. It's like the onions are just drunk. The meat is good, just like other Philly cheesesteak.
Yeah.
But it's the other stuff that's caramelized onion, the mayo sauce. That's the best part of it.
So Johnny, how does this Philly cheesesteak compare to the other steaks you've had in the past? The other sandwiches you've had in the past?
It's professional quality, authentic.
Yeah.
So I definitely list it up there. I wouldn't say the greatest ever, but I definitely wouldn't say like the artificial stuff you get in most places around here.
Yeah.
That just make it on the side. So I definitely say it's up there.
For the West Coast, this is pretty darn close to what you would get in Philly. So Johnny, I really appreciate you being on the show. Thanks so much, brother.
Oh no,
that was
no
awesome.
problem at all.
And
Anytime.
This has been Cooking with Johnny Kim. Thank you very much, and we'll see you on the next episode. All right, that's good.